All right, let's now take you back to Germiston, where Zimbabwean opposition leader Nelson Chamisa just finished his address to the party supporters in Germiston. Our reporter Kailihle Kumalo has the latest on that, and he joins us live. Kailihle, how was Chamisa received in Germiston? And maybe tell us a bit about his electioneering campaign there.
Well, certainly quite a very invigorating speech here by the leader of Triple C, Nelson Chamisa, making a clarion call to Zimbabweans in South Africa and in other parts of the world to really go back home to make sure that they exercise their democratic rights. We know that the 23rd of August is going to be quite a very important time as Zimbabwe will go to the elections. But let's really just gauge the feeling, just the people who are in attendance here. So I'm just going to start with you, Sarah, right here. So Mr. Chamisa has made a very clear request to the Zimbabweans and the diaspora. What did you make of his address?
Thank you very much for that question, my brother. The address by the champion chief, president waiting, come 23 August 2023, it was very clear that the Zimbabwean citizens in the diaspora, they must come back home and vote for change. And also to encourage their relatives, brothers, sisters, and their parents to also vote for change. The people of Zimbabwe have suffered enough. Those in Zimbabwe, the diaspora, wherever they are, they must make sure that we deliver change in Zimbabwe. The people of Zimbabwe, they've suffered enough. There is no employment, there is no money in Zimbabwe. So the only person who can actually free the people of Zimbabwe is none other than Advocate Nelson Chamisa. So the president is going all over the world, encouraging all the Zimbabwean citizens who actually moved out of the country because of economic hardships to make sure that they come back in Zimbabwe and vote for change, so that we will achieve the new great Zimbabwe for all.
All right, let's hear from you, sir. So the issue of the economy of Zimbabwe has always been a major challenge. Elections are coming up. Do you think Mr. Chamisa can fix the economy if he's given the opportunity?
I think he can fix. Actually, it has been tested before. In 2008, when we went for elections, there was a government of national unity, and he was one of the ministers. On more than 3 occasions, he was voted the best minister, performing minister during the GNU. And what happens in an economy is that it is boosted by the confidence of the people. As long as we go for elections that are not disputed. So this is important, not only for Zimbabwe, but even for South Africa. The SADC region must unite and make sure that elections that are done in Zimbabwe are done transparently, and there's no dispute in that. Because when you do that, you then boost the confidence of investors. You boost the confidence of an ordinary person. Problems that South Africans are facing in terms of foreigners being here in South Africa having to go home, they will go on their own because the country will be functional. The reason that they are here is that we've got a government which was not democratically elected, which is not supported by the ordinary citizen, and there's nothing that you can do. The economy cannot grow because it is not a government of the citizens. So these elections in 2023 must produce a government for the citizens, by the citizens, and that leadership will respect the wills and wishes of the citizens.
And also just looking at, just still trying to get, as much views as possible. I'm going to turn around, maybe just look for a lady this time, just for gender parity. Ma'am, what about you? Obviously, Mr. Chamisa just spoke here and raising a number of issues. Do you think you'll go back home and vote?
Yes, I will. I go home for registration for voting, so I will make sure that I will speak with my bosses so that I can go home. What I need change in Zimbabwe. If the change is there, I will go back to Zimbabwe. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Maybe just to wrap this up, I'm going to try again and try and just get one more view. So you're here, you're very keen to talk to us. The issue about the patriotic bill, a lot has been said about that. What do you make of that particular bill? Because others say, it's punishing the opposition and it's not in the interest of Zimbabwe.
It's not about the opposition. It's about the citizens of Zimbabwe. What we are looking at, all these people who are gathered here, they are not here because they love politics too much, but they love their country. They love their country to be somewhere. We have been suffering for quite a long time. It's not because we love politics too much, but we love our country. And what we know is that we are all liberators. That's why we come together as citizens put our heads together, risk our lives as citizens to make sure that we liberate our own country. These bills, you know, it's not just a patriotic bill, many bills and a lot of atrocities that has been acted upon the ordinary citizens, unarmed citizens. So we know what we are doing as citizens, and this year is our year. This is our time. We are ready as citizens. We are ready as Zimbabwe to make sure that we join other countries. You have heard the president has said, Zambia has done it, Malawi has done it, South Africa, you have been continuing doing it. You know, you as citizens, you know that you have rights and you must stand for your rights, and you are your brother's keeper. So we are doing this as citizens. We are going to achieve it. We are going to win big this year.
All right, thank you so much indeed for that. So those are the views from the ground here, very sharp and very strong, but also really talking about a number of issues that are facing Zimbabwe. And this is part and parcel of Triple C engaging with the diaspora community in South Africa and in many other parts of the world as well.
That is Zimbabwean Khumalo joining us from Germiston, of course, where Zimbabwe's Nelson Chamisa was, of course, briefing or addressing some of the Zimbabwean supporters and galvanizing them, of course, to go and vote in the upcoming Zimbabwean elections.